Hello, hello. Kelly Jo, Sunshine Joe 420 here on YouTube and TikTok. Kelly Jo Monahan on Facebook, all the things. How are you guys? So, I have a honest confession to make. I personally made a stupid 3D human mistake, but the universe had my back. So I am bringing you, Jennifer, the finishing touch of the finishing videos of your birth chart. Oh my gosh, I'm just like so all over the place because I just went and looked at my YouTube and I realized that the video that I had posted for your last 2 videos, they never uploaded. My phone actually ended up getting turned off. This is personal, okay? My phone ended up getting turned off that morning and my videos were still in process and they never uploaded. From last week to now, I have been in a slump, a sloopy slump. I have not been in my garage. I have not worked. I have not done anything. No birth chart readings, nothing. I have felt so out of whack. Today, I finally, Stella got a groove back, okay? And I went to go check my video and my email from you because I sent you, like at the end of the video, I'm like, I really would just like to know like how you found me and like what you think. And I rewatched the video for a few minutes and I was just like so thankful that the universe gave me this redo. So hi, I'm Kelly Jo, Sunshine Joe 420. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. Please do not rate me to the ground. Please do not tell everyone you know that I'm the worst person ever. I'm so sorry. Please, 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 please forgive me. Please forgive me. Jennifer, this is your birth chart. You are a sun in Venus, and then your rising, and then your moon is also in Scorpio. We've talked about your sun and your moon already. We will talk about your rising at the very end. So we are going to wrap up in this video. We are going to talk about your Jupiter, your Saturn, your Uranus, your Neptune, and your Pluto, which sounds like a lot, but it should take us just a few minutes. And then I'm going to make one more video after that talking about your Lilith and your rising, depending on time. So we're going to jump right in. Again, I'm so sorry. So Jupiter, which is really funny, Jupiter is the planet of luck and grace and expansion and understanding. A lot of people believe that it has to do with like, not a lot of people believe, a lot of people associate it with like religion and just like the cultivative energy and understanding of the world, you know? So that is Jupiter, but space. Your Jupiter is placed in Pisces. The expression for Pisces is I dream, and that is actually its home planet. Jupiter is at home in Pisces, which makes so much sense. It really does. So I'm just going to show you what I have. Again, I'm just reading off of my notes. So you attract the most good fortune when you are charitable, tender, devoted, compassion, and sticking up for the underdog. You value compassion and charity, and you are motivated by humankind and a vision for all. Stemming back to like that Jupiter, like understanding and stuff. You have faith in the goodness and the beautifulness, I don't know if that's a word or not, I wrote a question mark, of life. And when you really truly tap into that belief and understanding and hope, that's when you will see the most rewards come to you. You do believe that justice deserves to be respected. Like you're not really one out there to like rule break or like, let's say like head the protest. But if it's something that you believe in, you're definitely going to be there protesting, if that makes sense. Yes. You are happy. Being happy and generous is how you were born to live. Your professional success will take time, but when it happens, it kind of will happen like super fast. And I say super fast because me, myself, and my own like network marketing, kind of like business and like self-growth and my astrology and all of that stuff. Like I've been working on this for going on 2 years. In April is when I joined my company. And I really seen the vision and the movement. And I really started tapping into like me. And I have spent so many nights out here in the SCR office in the cold and the hot. I have the best husband. I have a wood burning, so if you hear anything cracking, that's what that is. But when I kind of started getting rolling and like my astrology channel kind of started, and even still, I know I have so much more success to gain, but it was like, holy shit, it feels like even me personally, this is happening overnight, but it's not overnight. There's no such thing as overnight success. People are not going to see or understand or appreciate your hard work, and that's okay. They don't have to. That just don't discredit that. You will be helped by your personal family and your like soul family in your way to success. You hold your home very close to your heart. You love entertaining and having a warm, welcoming place. So that could be like a shanty or a shack or a garoffice or anything. You just love to feel, again, that stems back to you having that Taurus sun sign of really embracing and understanding and loving your senses. That's really coming to place right now because you just love to give that to people. The warmth, the smell, the just everything. It's you. You are the entertainer of the family, if I would have to guess. Maybe you want to be. Maybe you should offer. Your first gut instinct is negative, and that is okay, but you have to change that. Feeling unsatisfied and mistrusting is a direct result of your attitude. So this was something that I really learned myself this week. I don't even have it in here. I'm going to talk about it actually in my full moon video that I'm going to make for this upcoming week. But a lot of people have the expression of like being swept away in the storm or like the waves crashing. And what I really was able, I heard it on a podcast and it just like enlightened me to the core was like, I am the damn storm. I'm the storm. Nothing is coming to wreck me that I am not 100% the master control of it in the first place. And when we realize that like we are the shit storm, we are the success storm, we are the happiness storm, we are the negative storm, like that is when we can choose our storm essentially and get through it and not essentially like wait for a lifeboat to come and to realize like we have to calm ourselves down to calm the waves down of life. I needed to hear that so much this week. You are allowed to rewrite the script. The glass is not half full or half empty. It is a glass to drink wine. In my case, Tito's. And that's not something that we're taught. We're literally taught our whole lives. Like you're either pessimistic or you're optimistic. It's half full or it's half empty. And when was the last time any of us were even thankful to have a glass to put water in the first place? Yes. Celebrate the small wins. It will make the big ones feel even bigger. Okay, so that's your Jupiter. Jupiter and Pisces. Now we're going to move on to your Saturn. Your Saturn is the planet of like lessons and time and like contradictions and effort. This is really, you really do your learning. This is where you really learn your lessons. It's like that slow car on the highway, but you can't get past it because you need to get off the exit. And it is just so frustrating. And then you pass them and it's just a little old couple holding hands, drinking coffee. And you feel so bad for cussing them out 5 miles ago, but you needed to learn the lesson because there was also a car accident and they actually saved your life. These things are all part of our learning process, okay? So your Saturn is placed in Sagittarius, and Sagittarius expression is I discover. Your way of thinking about subjects and ideas and things is all yours. And it's held very close to you. It's guarded and you're very cautious about letting people in or letting people like explore it, or honestly like a naysayer. That's you don't want anyone to really get inside and really know like what you're going through or what you're doing, because the worst possible thing that you want somebody to say is like, I told you so. Like, motherfucker. That makes you want to snap off. Me too. Me too. So then I wrote back to your Jupiter and Pisces. Your thinking is just a little too like automatic on the what could go wrong side. And I'm not saying that things that can go wrong and things that have gone wrong and things that will go wrong aren't there. They're very much there. But when you stop giving them your attention or your time or your effort or your space, you will discover that they shrink a lot. They really do. And just be aware that you are the creator of your life. What you say is what you see. Like, we are not what we want. We are what we think and what we say. I want to just share. So the word abracadabra, that is a word that a lot of us know from like our childhood of like playing magic and stuff. So that is actually a real Hebrew word, and broken down and translated, it means, so abracadabra means what I say, I see. And I just like think that is the most beautiful freaking thing ever. Like us as children, we really have this childlike excitement and adventurous side to us, and the world is good and it's bright and it's airy and there's sunshine and there's rainbows. But then at some point we like flip that script, and we don't have to. There can be bad things. Bad things happen to good people. Good things happen to bad people. You're not to say of that. All you are to say of is your own reality. Create better simply with your mind. And how beautiful is that to think about? Like that's literally all that you have to like conquer, which both hands, double negative, you know what I mean? Like that's all, but like that's all, you know? Creating a life that lanes very narrow or limited or dead-ended will only guide you on a 2-lane highway. Like you are setting yourself up for like, you know, traffic this way and traffic this way. That's it. And if you try to make a move or you try to merge or you try to do anything, if anything gets in your way, you can't pass. It's a tractor, it's a trailer. Like it's like you set yourself up on a very small idea of what you are capable of and what you desire and what you deserve. I literally wrote, psych, self-conscious in new situations. Like you have to allow yourself to see the 6-lane freaking massive highway. You have to allow yourself to see, like, I mean, I've never seen like, but I think of that song, Meet Me at Our Spot, got a vibe, baby, come on. Catch the 405. Like, I'm sure that is fucking busy as shit, but it's a highway getting people where they need to go every single day. It's a real life thing, and that can be your life. And going into situations thinking that it's only like this is projecting like a nervous, hard, reluctant energy. And that's really not what you want or what you want to give off, but that's what's happening. And it is okay to be protective and to be selective of your time and of your energy and of your space. I 100% like you have to do that, but you have to learn to trust like your gut instinct and your new learned ideas of life and your new perspectives and affirmations and love and guidance and things that you learn. Like just trust that more. Like you're not wasting any time or energy doing, I literally wrote nothing in capital letters. Embrace that. Like we literally live a life that is like a board game. Like we can create anything we want. You can be anything you want, do anything you want. Like yes, it takes time. Yes, it takes work. Yes, it takes leverage, but anything is either going to take your time or your money. And essentially, both of those are kind of endless to us as 3D humans when you really tap in to that essential. Thank you, universe. You have a great memory and a really strong sense of organization and responsibility. Queen Jennifer, I wrote, you will be controlled or challenged by like discouraging circumstances through your life, but like how you choose to survive them is up to you. The ocean is full of waves. Like I kind of just talked about, like, we are the ocean. You are the wave. Like, you were born for this. You were born for this life. You were born for those challenges. Like, are you going to continue to get fucking knocked down and say things like, oh, poor me, why me? I can't believe this is happening. Are you going to stand the fuck up and work for it and get up off your feet, stop getting thrown off your feet, and own that shit? Like, you were born for this shit. You were born for this, and you are so capable. And that is the lesson that you need to learn. So simple, right? Right? Okay, cheers to that. This is actually just some flavored water with some spritzer because I have not had a drink of alcohol in 10 days now. Side note. If you're watching this on YouTube and you hear that, drop me a cheers in the comment. So we're going to go to your Uranus. So Uranus is placed right after Saturn for a freaking reason. Uranus is the planet of change, growth, expansion, your freedom. After you've learned your lesson through Saturn, you have to go through it. Uranus is where the change starts happening. And how beautiful for you is that it is in the same place. It's in Sagittarius, just like your Saturn was. So I think that's really, really awesome. Like, I think what that stood out to me the most was like, what is your hardest thing to learn and what's your hardest thing to do is also going to be your superpower. It's also going to be like what you were meant to do. Yeah, how exciting. I'm so excited for that. So I wrote, you might be slightly shy or delicate, filled with enormous amounts of, I wrote fried, which is fear mixed with pride. You're lively but concerned, independent and original, but blunt and irritable for sometimes no damn reason. Sometimes people say like, what the fuck? I get that. I really do. I said, LOL, I get that. So check yourself. She shed versus ice castle. This was something that was said to me when I did one of my first human design trainings. And she asked me like, have you ever been told that you're emotional in your life? And I was like, yeah. Literally my whole life, I've always been told, you're so emotional, you're so sensitive. And she ended up relying back to me that is actually my superpower. My emotional side, my way with words, my connection with the human mind, and the influence of my language is my gift. And I'm spending too much time fighting with people who don't understand my gift, who won't ever understand my gifts, who weren't born to understand nor respect my gifts. And then also with people who I love so much, like my husband or my kids or my best friends. And when I get mad, I get so like, I build a fucking ice castle like Elsa. I am cursing you out. I am going to build this whole entire kingdom by my motherfucking self, and I'm going to do it by myself, and I ain't going to ask for help from no one. But then shortly after I come down from that, I realized that like didn't need to be that big. So what I have always told myself is like in moments of that, in moments of the fear, the doubt, the worry, the angst, the anger, the irritation, the like all of that, to find yourself a more solid place in your head of a she shed in the backyard with like some tea and croissants, whatever, I don't know. And then you can spend more time like just having to walk back in instead of having to apologize for all of like that ice that you put on the kingdom. I hope that makes sense for you as much as it made sense for me. You will not be influenced by anyone, and you're strong. You are strong. You were born for this shit. You were born to change the world. You are always ready for adventure. And you are not willing to allow setback. Like, it's just not in the plans. It's not going to happen. Not from anybody. Not today. Like, sometimes you might, like, self-sabotage yourself a little bit by going so hard when, like, we're all on the same mission here. But sometimes you just, like, put yourself at the bus stop 3 hours before everybody else. And, like, for what? For what? I got Starbucks, and I showed up with my AirPods in, listening to a fire-ass podcast, and I'm getting on the same bus. It's all good. It's all good in the hood. Your passions are so deep, and they might feel like as if they're like, they come and they go, and like you don't really know what you want to do. And it's not until you get fully in tune and in touch with what you want, what you desire, what you really spend time thinking about, what really lights you up, until you really find that out and start doing that, you're going to feel that way. I know. But once you really do harness it and do things that bring you love, that bring you joy, that bring you all of these things, it's going to be like, damn it, why didn't I do that sooner? Yeah. You are so good-hearted and genuine, true and pure. You are a simple, beautiful, devoted, deserving soul. And every want and every need that you have, will have, or had is already yours. Claim it. Thank you, universe. Thank you, universe. Okay, we're going to talk two more. I'm going to go fast. Neptune in Capricorn. So Neptune is represented for like our highest, deepest self. And your Neptune is in Capricorn, which I think that's a great place. Yeah. Capricorn, the expression is I build. I have written down here that you are wise, divine, sensible, and capable. Your plans and ideas can sometimes lack realism, and that can create a life of like unattainable goals and dreams that lead to disappointment. And going back to what I just said, like you literally can have anything you want and do anything you want and go anywhere you want and obtain and all of those things. But when it comes from an unrealistic, you really don't fucking want it in the first place, you're only doing it because you're a little bored or you're a little upset or like whatever the case may be, you're not going to feel fulfilled by that. So really getting in tune to what you want to do will allow you to do more fulfilled things. Doing 5 fulfilled things means more than doing 25 unfulfilled things. I don't care if the list says different. Yes. You got to stop that shit. You are the ruler of your disappointments. Start small and enjoy the ride. Each day is full of small, glorious victories, and it's time to have gratitude for them. Gratitude is the universal language. The universe does not understand English or Russian or German. Like, it understands gratitude. It understands frequency. We've talked about this. Creative expression and different kind of fields like that is where you need to spend your time. It will lead to success. Never stop creating. It is your gift to the world. Money will play a potential role and influence in your life if it is not respected and directed with the utmost faith and grounded intentions of it ever flowing. We kind of talked about this already, but like having the fear of money, holding on to money, it is not doing you any freaking good. We have to start thinking about money as a currency of energy, of ever flowing. You are going to make more of it. Go spend it. Go do what you want to do. If this is like coming to you at a time where you're debating on doing something or not doing something, do it. Do it. Even if in 5 days, 10 days, 5 years, 10 years, you won't even fucking give a shit or remember it, do it. If it brings you joy, do it. Do it now. Okay, the last thing we're going to talk about is your Pluto in this video. So Pluto is the planet of transformation and rebirth. Pluto is the furthest planet away from the sun, aka it's the darkest. It is the planet that everyone kind of looks at like, Hades, you know. Hercules is who was first sent there in Greek mythology. He was even terrified of having to go there. And once he realized that he didn't have to be afraid of rebirth and of death, because transformation has to come from the darkest times, and through the ashes, like, is the rise, is the phoenix. And that is where we do our most beautiful, intended, amazing growth. And your Pluto is residing in Scorpio, which again is at home, which you have a lot of planets at home. The expression for Scorpio is I desire. So it says that you have a possible deep-seated fear of betrayal. You are very sensual and passionate, deeper than deep, deeper than most. The way that you talk, the way you think, the way you feel, the way you touch, the way you love, it's deep. You deep, bitch. And you have to find someone who understands that and enjoys that. I think I might have mentioned that my husband's a Scorpio. And it really took me a lot to have to understand and to love him for who he was. Like, sneaky and suspicious are characteristics that Scorpios get put on them. And sneaky doesn't always have to mean bad. Sneaky can mean showing up with a playset that he found off the side of the road, and that's why he didn't answer my FaceTime. Super random example. But it doesn't always have to be bad. And me creating bad situations, ideas, that was creating it happening in my life. So you will put so much energy into your professional success, and that's okay. That's what you were born to do. Do not let anybody tell you fucking different. If you don't have kids, if you don't want kids right now, if you have had, like, anything of the sorts, like, people might maybe give you a hard time of, like, you work too hard. And baby girl, you might be working too hard in a career, in a job that does not bring you joy, but working too hard in a career that lights you the fuck up, impossible. Impossible. Never stop analyzing the true meaning of success to you. Never stop analyzing and never stop changing if you have to. It's up for you to change if you want to change it. You are a great organizer with a great sense of authority. Okay, ladies, now let's get information. I don't know why I wrote that, but excuse me. So what I really just have for that is, like, your idea of people leaving you, of people failing you, of people not holding up to these expectations or letting you down or breaking your heart. That's so very possible that could have happened. And I'm so sorry that that did happen to you. But every single one of those situations and scenarios brought you here. And the moment that we can have gratitude and understanding for all of the bullshit, is when we really find even our deepest, darkest, like untouched areas of us are still so lit the fuck up with joy and gratitude and love and happiness. Like that is life-changing. Okay, we're gonna end this one. I promise I'm literally not even gonna try to upload it. I'm gonna record right now. We're gonna talk about your Lilith and your rising, and then I have your chakra card that I've literally held on to for however long. Okay, I'll be back.